Is a businessman from Pune dines in a restaurant at Mumbai while on a business trip. The place of supply of restaurant services and location which is services performed that is Mumbai. Mr. Timney Ferriera, a makeup artist at Kolkata, goes to Jaipur, Rajasthan for doing a makeup work for Mrs. Shambara, Bollywood actress based in Mumbai. The place of supply is location of service performed Jaipur. A training and performance operation service section 12 class 5. The place of supply of service in relation to the training and performance of operation depends on whether the supply is B2B or B2C. The B2B supply where the recipient of service is a registered person, place of supply is occasional person. However, B2C supply where the recipient of service is unregistered. The place of supply is a place where the service is actually performed. DCU consultant Kolkata Impa GSU training into the accountant and finance personnel of Sun Cement Limited, Guwahati and Assam. And registered place of Kolkata's company is Kolkata office, which is also registered under GST. Since the contract is entered in the Guwahati office and being registered recipient, the place of supply is location of the registered person, that is Guwahati. Mr. Suresh, unregistered person based in Noida, signs up an excellent linguistic New Delhi for training of English speaking at which the New Delhi Center. Since the recipient is unregistered, the place of supply is located of service is provided as New Delhi. Service by way of admission or event or museum park other place section 12 6. The place of supply of following service. The service provided by admission as follows all the sporting, culture, educational, scientific, artistic, entertainment. The service provided by the way of admission to the amusement park or service auxiliary to the above mentioned services. The places where the event is actually held up, where the park is also a place is located. Mr. E. Arja, a registered person, Sibad, Uttar Pradesh, buys a ticket of circus organization Gurugram. Haryana buys the circus company based in New Delhi. The place of supply is a location where the circus is held. Gurugram. Mr. B. Delhi buys a ticket from Museum Park located in Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Delhi, Uttar Pradesh. The place of supply is where the is located in Noida. English. Organization given section 12.7 for supplies related to organization of event or assigning sponsorship to such event. The place of supply depends on whether the supply is made to registered person or unregistered person. When such service is provided to registered person, place of supply is location of recipient. When the service is provided to unregistered person, place of supply is a location where the event is actually held and the event is held outside the India. The place of supply is location of the recipient. Event can be a cultural, artistic, sporting, scientific, educational, or entertainment event. It can also be a conference, fair, exhibition, celebration, or other similar event. The place of supply servers are auxiliary to organization of such type of event or assigning of sponsorship to such events is literally under the subsection 7 of class 12. Subsection 10 is the manner described above the provision is summarized under. So nature of supply, place of supply, recipient is registered, recipient is unregistered. The organization or event of service is auxiliary to the same or assigning of sponsorship to such events. Location of the recipient is recipient register location of recipient register location of the event is held. The organization of the event outside India, location of the recipient if registered outside India, location of the recipient. Meha Events or event management company at New Delhi organizes an award function for Shah Jahan Merchants of Ahmedabad, Mumbai. So events held. Since the recipient is a registered person, place of supply location Ahmedabad, Meha Events event organization company New Delhi organizes an award functions for Shell Diamond Merchant Ahmedabad registered in Mauritius. Gujarat in Mauritius. So Gujarat. This is registered. The registered person place of supply location recipient. Grand wedding planner is hire Mr. Ramesh. Unregistered person Hyderabad to plan or organize wedding in New Delhi. The recipient being unregistered person, the place of supply location where the held is New Delhi. Grand wedding planner Chennai is hired by Mr. Ramesh Antish person Hyderabad to plan and organize wedding in Seychelles outside India. This recognized resident being an unregistered person. The event is held outside India. The place is or supplies location of the recipient Hyderabad. So it's not the location where the event is held. Seychelles. event held in more than one state union territory. If the event is held in more than one state or union territory and a consolidated amount is charged by services relating to such event, the place of supply such as services is deemed to be each of the recipient state, union territory, or a proportion of the value of services deemed to be terms of contract and agreements entered into the record. The above provision is applicable only when the recipient is unregistered. As far as a registered recipient, the place of supply is location of the recipient. Manner of determination of proportion in value of service in the absence of contract or agreement. In the absence of contract or agreement between a supplier and a recipient of service, a proportionate value of service made in different states and union territory where the event is held is computed in accordance with the Rule 5 of IGST rules of the recipe application. In generally accepted accounting policy, an event management company is organized some proportional events in state 1, state 2 of recipient and as a recipient are 3 events to be organized S1, S2, and then S1, 2, and S2. The charges accomplishment is 10 lakhs from our supply of services on both stage S1, S2. Say the proportional arrival of the applicant generally accepted for accomplishments. Yes, 3 is to 1 respect of the deemed to be which provided 3 is to 2. The value of service provided by proportional is 3 events in S1, 2 events in S2, so 3 is to 2, and the value of service provided by the subproportionate is 6 lakh in S1 and 4 lakh in S2. Transportation of goods including mail or courier section 12b. The place of supply of service by way of transportation of goods including mail or courier provided to a registered person is a location of such person where such service is provided to an unregistered person. The place of supply is a location at which goods are handed out to the transportation. Where the goods are being transported outside India, that is where the destination of the good transported is outside India, the supply or service by way of transportation of goods and the recipients are located in India. Place of supply will be determined as per the above provision only. Mr. XY is a private limited as a registered company in New Delhi. It sends the courier to Pune through Mr. Brew Air Courier. The recipient being a registered person, the place of supply is location of the recipient New Delhi. Recipient registered person New Delhi sends a courier to Pune, Mr. A service through Mr. A, the recipient of the registered person, so Delhi. Mr. Y, unregistered person. Mr. Y is an unregistered person. New Delhi sends a courier into brothers in Amritsar, Punjab. Recipient being unregistered person, supply of place of supply is a location where the goods is handed over to the transportation. New Delhi, the PR Private Limited Goods Transport Agency based in Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh is hired by Hajila Enterprises, a registered supply in Kanpur to transport its consignment of goods to the buyer in New Delhi. The recipient being registered supply of the supply supplies location of recipient is Kanpur. கான்பூரில் தான். ஸோ இந்த சர்வீஸை வந்து ஹையர் பண்ணுறது கான்பூருக்காக தான் இந்த பூட்ஸ் எடுத்துகிட்டு போகிறாங்க. ஸோ இந்த பிளேஸ் கான்பூர், இவங்க அக்ரிமெண்ட் இருக்குது, பொருள் அவங்க கொண்டு படிக்கணும், பட் அக்ரிமெண்ட் யாருக்கு இவங்க இருக்கா. ஸோ இது சீட் கான்பூர். ST Private Limited, the good transport agency based in Noida, Uttar Pradesh, is hired by Chaya Trade Link, registered in New Delhi, as transport its consignment of goods to the buyers in Kanpur. கான்பூர் உத்தரப்பிரதேஷில் நொய்டாலேருந்து கான்பூருக்கு டெல்லி யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. The recipient is registered. The place of supply is New Delhi. Recipient being registered. The place of supply is a location is New Delhi. IGST வந்துடும், not CGST, IGST. Okay. Mr. Skorika, the manager in bank transfer from Berle, Uttar Pradesh to Gopal. From Uttar Pradesh to Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. Mr. Shrika, the family station in Uttar Pradesh, he hired Goyal carriers of Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. Transport household from the Gopal, Kanpur to Bhopal. But both are them in same, so the register recipient being unregistered person, the place of supply is a location of the goods is be hand over to through the transportation is Kanpur. Mrs. JKL Private Limited is a registered person company in Chennai. It's shipping goods to its customer to London, United Kingdom through Mrs. Strong Limited Company. So located registered company in Chennai. So MS Strong Limited, and the player supply service of transportation goods provided by Mr. Strong to location of recipient is Chennai. The passenger transportation service section 12 class 9, nature of supply, place of supply, recipient is registered, recipient is unregistered. Passenger transport, location of a recipient is registered, the unregistered location where the passenger embarks the conveyance on the conveyance for the continuous journey. See the definition under the relevant definitions. The issue of the right of passenger future use and the point of boarding is known as the time to issue right of passage. Yeah, that is unregistered known as well, but in the case of location supply, if it is a register, if unregistered, the address of the unregistered person is available in the record supply, location of unregistered person, if other case location of the supplier, issue of a right to passage. Okay. The return journey is treated as a separate journey if the ticket outward and money return are issued at the same time. Mr. Rama, registered person, New Delhi, travels from Mumbai to Bangalore in a Airjet flight. Amber has brought a ticket from the journey from Amber to office registered New Delhi. Places of place location of recipient New Delhi. Mr. Sham, unregistered person based in Gurugram, Haryana, booked 2 air ticket from New Delhi to Mumbai 5th September. He leaves New Delhi in 10th and the late night flight is landed in Mumbai next day. He leaves Mumbai at 14th December morning and land in New Delhi same day. Return journey is treated as a separate journey. Even the tickets is onwards and the return journey is issued at the same time. This is because unregistered person place of supply of outwards and return journey of the locations where the unregistered person embarks on this conveyance for the continuous journey, that is New Delhi and Mumbai respectively. The example of the right to passenger for future use point of boarding not known the time of issue of right. The airline may issue seasonal tickets containing 10 vouchers which is used for travel between two location countries. The card issued by the New Delhi Metro could be used by a person located in Noida, New Delhi, Faridabad, without the New Delhi Metro being able to distinguish the location of the journey at the time of recipient of payment. The service supplied on the board of conveyance section 1211. The nature of supply, place of supply, service supplied on the board of conveyance, location of the first schedule, point of departure on the conveyance for the journey. The note conveyance issued vessels, aircraft, train, and motor vehicles. You means a recollect of the proxy of plane or supply of goods board of the conveyance is an occasion where the goods are being taken on board. Service being intangible, same proxy cannot be used for determining the place of supply of service supplied on the board of conveyance. Therefore, the service of proxy is a location on the first scheduled point of departure of the conveyance of the journey. However, the determination of the place of supply on both goods and service supplied on board of conveyance. No distinction is made between registered and registered person. Mr. X is traveling from Delhi to Mumbai in the Airjet flight. He desires to watch an English movie during the journey, makes a necessary payment. This place of supply is such a service showing movie on demand, and the first scheduled point of departure on the conveyance of journey is Delhi. Telecommunication service. A telecommunication service includes service of telephones, data transfer, internet broadcasting, cable, DTH, direct-to-movie services. Section 1211 classifies the telecommunication service into three categories for the purpose of determining the place of supply center. Services provided using fixed telecommunication line, leased circuits, internet leased circuits, or leakage cable or dish antenna, postpaid mobile net connections, and postpaid internet services, prepaid mobile connection, and prepaid DTH services. The place of supply of various type of telecommunication is turbulent concept. Nature of supply, place of supply, and recipient. The fixed telecommunication line, okay, and leased secure internet-based circuit cable. There is a place location where the telecommunication line, leased circuit or cable connection or dish antenna is installed or SPS service or recipient any person. Postpaid mobile connection, location of building, address of recipient of internet service is in record of the supplier, location of the supplier of the service if the address is not available. Prepaid mobile connection, internet services, and DTH service, recharge, coupon, vouchers, net pack, etc. Sell the service provided through selling agent, reseller, distributor of subscriber identity, mode, card, or recharge voucher, address of the selling agent or reseller, distributor any at a time. Service provided by any deposit to a final subscriber. Location where the prepayment is received or the voucher is sold. A prepaid supply service, a payment is made through internet banking or through electronic mode of payment. Location of the recipient of service or record of supply service. Other service, the address of the recipient as per the record of the supplier's records. Location of the supplier of service, its address is not available. Mr. Reacts, Kolkata gives a landline phone installed in a home of Sky Level Limited. The place of supply is a location where the telecommunication line is installed in Kolkata. Mr. Y markets DTH installed in a home for RT Limited. The place of supply is location of DTH inside Mumbai. Mr. The Mumbai takes a postpaid mobile connection in Mumbai from the Sky Limited and gives his residence address at Mumbai at the addresses for labeling purpose. So Mumbai, the place of supply is location of the billing address Mumbai. Mr. New Delhi gets a postpaid mobile phone billing address New Delhi. Paid online from Goa. The place of supply is billing supplies New Delhi. Mr. Purchase a prepaid cards from selling agent in Mumbai. The place of supply is a seller's agent Mumbai. Mr. of Pondicherry gets a prepaid mobile recharge from car service shop in Chennai. The place of supply is Chennai. The police circuit is installed in more than one state and union territory. If a leased circuit is installed more than one state or union territory, the consolidated amount is charged for supply of services. The place of supply are deemed to be such of the recipient of state or union territory in the proportion of the value of service deemed in the terms of contract or agreement entered into with this regard. Manner of determining proportionate value of services in the absence of contract or agreement. In the absence of contract or agreement between supplier or recipient of service, the value of service supplied is different state and union territory. At the least, the security installed is determined in accordance with the Rule 6 of IGST Act rules in proportionate to the number of points laying in each unit. Number of points in circuits determined in the following manner. In the place of circuit between two points are placed starting point at the place of circuit or the ending point at the place of circuit while inevitably constitution 2 points referred. Any intermediate points or place of circuit who has constitution point provided benefits of least circuit is also available at the intermediate point. An example 49. Example 48 circuit between two points of place. And company T installed circuit lease circuit between Delhi and Mumbai office at CA. Starting point of circuit is Delhi and the ending point is Mumbai. Hence one point of circuit is Delhi, another point is Maharashtra. The point of supply of services to Union Territory Delhi is state of Maharashtra. Service shall be deemed to have been provided ratio 1:1 Union Territory of Delhi and Union Territory of Maharashtra respectively. State of Maharashtra. The intermediate point of place of circuit. Company to install the circuit in Chennai, Bangalore, Mysore office of the company. The starting point of circuit is Chennai and ending point is Mysore. The circuit also connects Bangalore. The ends one point of circuit is Tamil Nadu, 2 point is Karnataka. The places of the service in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka is deemed to be 1:2 ratio. State of Tamil Nadu, state of Karnataka respectively. Example 15. Intermediate point or place of service circuit. Company to install a lease circuit between Kolkata and Patna and Guwahati offices of the company. So there are 3 points of circuits in Kolkata, Patna and Guwahati. 1 point each of the circuit is therefore West Bengal, Bihar and Assam. The place of supply of the service is the west of place of West Bengal, Bihar, Assam. Service shall be deemed to be provided in the ratio 1:1:1 in the state of West Bengal, Bihar, Assam respectively. Stockbrokering service and located in recipient of service or records of supplier of services. However, it is location of the recipient of service is not available in the records of supplier. The place of supply is a location of the supplier service. Mr. A. Chennai buys the shares of the brokerage in BSE in Mumbai. The place of supply is location of the recipient of service and records of the channel. Mr. A. Chennai buys the shares of broker on PSC Mumbai. In the place of supply is location of the recipient of service. That is a record of supplier Mumbai Chennai. Mr. B. Delhi withdraw money from the best bank ATM in Amritsar. The B is crossing the limit of the free ATM withdrawals. The place of supply is location of the recipient of service. The record is New Delhi. New Delhi. Amritsar. In Amritsar. No? Okay. Mr. C from Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh said the bank registered in New Delhi getting the and C does not have any account with the said bank. Therefore, since the location of recipient is not available, the records of the supplier, the place as of location of the supplier of service, New Delhi. Insurance services section 1213. The place of supply of insurance service, the location of the recipient when they provided to the registered person. If the registered services are provided to the person other than the registered person, the place of supply is the location of the recipient of service in the records of the supplier of service. Mr. A, CEO of X1 Limited, Mumbai, a company registered in Maharashtra, by insurance covered by the inventory stored in the company's factory located in Mumbai, from the Excellent Insurance Chennai, registered in Tamil Nadu. The place of supply is location of registered Mumbai. By the Mr. A, unregistered person in Kolkata, goes to her native place in Patna, Bihar, and buys a medical insurance policy for her parents. Whether from the safe insurance Patna, Bihar, the place of supply is the location of the recipient service record, that is Patna. Advertisement services to the government section 1211. Nature of supply and player supply. Advertisement service to a central government, state government, statutory, local authority meet for state union to identifies contract agreement. Place of supply is each of such state or union territory where the advertisement is broadcast or run a place. That is a place of supply. Value of such a specified territory is by way of and dissemination or a receptive state union territory determined terms of contract agreement enter into the record. Manner of determining proportional value of service in the absence of contract agreement. In the absence of contract agreement between the supplier and the recipient of service, a proportionate value of advertisement service is attributable to different state, union territories where the advertisement is broadcasted or run or played or disseminated and computed in accordance with the Rule 3 of IGST Act. Say serial number, type of advertisement, value of service attributable to dissemination into different states, union territory where the advertisement is broadcast or run or played or disseminated. Advertisement in newspaper and publication. Amount payable for publishing an advertisement in all the edition of the newspaper publication which is published in each state, union territory. Advertisement through printed material like pamphlet, leaves, diaries, calendar, t-shirts, etc. Amount payable by the distribution of specific number of each territory. Advertisement in hoarding other than such as other than those are amount payable for hoarding service of each state union territory. Advertisements on trains. The amount attributable to each state union territory calculated the ratio of length railway track in each of the state union territory in that train. Advertisement back of the utility bills on oil, gas and company etc. Amount payable to each state union territory for the advertisement of bills pertaining to customer having a billing address of each of the state union territory. Advertisement rail tickets. Amount attributable to each state union territory calculate the ratio of number of railway stations in such of the state union territory. Advertisement radio stations. Amount payable to a radio station which has virtue of the name in the part of the state union territory. Advertisement on television channels. Amount attributable to each state union territory calculated based on the viewership of each channel in such state union territory which shall be derived from the viewership can be ascertained from the channel viewership figures published by the Broadcasting Audience Research Council. Figures of last week Q1 quarter used for calculating viewership for succeeding quarter. Channel viewership figures delete the relational comparison more than one state union. The viewership figures in the state union territory as a region is calculated the ratio of population of the state union territory determining the latest census. Ratio of viewership figures from the each state union territory so calculated when the amount payable for services shall represent the portion of the value attributed to the state union and territory. Advertisement in cinema halls. Amount payable to cinema halls or scenes of multiplex or state union. Refer to 6 or example 3. Advertisement in internet deemed to be the services to provide all others India. Amount attributable to each state union territory calculated based on the internet subscribers in each and each state union territory which shall be derived from the following manner. Internet subscribers to be ascertained from the internet subscriber figures and published and Telecom Regulatory Authority of India (TRAI). The figures of the state quarter in Q1 financial year, which gives the calculation number of internet subscribers for the succeeding financial year. Where the internet subscriber figures related to the ration comparison more than one state union territory, a subscribers of the state union territory is shall be calculated based on the population of the state union territory. The ratio of the space equals for the state of the territory so calculated then apply to the amount of payable for the services shall represent the portion of the value attributable to the dissemination of the state union and territory. Advertisement through SMS. The amount attributable to each state union territory annual basis on the Unicom subscribers to each state union territory. Telecom subscribers in telecom circle can be ascertained from the telecom subscriber figures published by the TRAI. The figures for queuing quarter will be used for calculating the subscribers for the succeeding quarter. Where such figures related to telecom circle comparison more than one state union territory, the subscriber figures of the state union territory shall be calculated the ratio of population of the state union territory as the latest census. An example of basic advertisement in newspaper and publication. KBC is a government agency which deals with all advertisement publicity of the government. It has various wing dealings with various type of publicity in the further and assign the issue, release or orders to various agency entities. Agencies and entities thereafter provide the service and then issue invoices to ABC indicate the amount to be paid by them. ABC issues a release order to the newspaper for advertisement of Beti Bakcho Beti Pada to be published in newspaper DEF where head office is in Delhi for the edition of Delhi, Pune, Mumbai, Lucknow, Jaipur. The release order will have details of the newspaper like video articles, language, size, and advertisement amounts paid to such newspaper. The place of supply of the services shall be in the Union Territory of Delhi and the place of states of Maharashtra, states of Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan. The amount payable to the Pune, Mumbai edition shall constitute proportionate value of state of Maharashtra, which is attributable to disseminating of Maharashtra. Likewise, the amount payable to Delhi, Lucknow, Jaipur constitute the proportional value of attributable to disseminating the Union Territory of Delhi, states, Uttar Pradesh, and Rajasthan respectively. The DEF shall issue separate state-wise, Union Territory-wise invoice based on the citizen. Example of this: an advertisement through printed material like pamphlet, leaf, diaries, calendar, tissues, etc. As part of the campaign. Such Bharat ABC engaged in companies device printing the lakh and total cost lakh to be distributed to states of Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan. In such case, ABC should ascertain the breakup of the pamphlets to be distributed to each of the three states Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan from the Maharashtra primary minister of department concerning time of queuing the print order. Let us assurance the backup of 20,000, 50,000, 30,000 respectively. The breakup should be indicated in the print order. The place of supply of service is Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, and Rajasthan. Ratio of breakup 2:5:3 from the basis of the value attributed to determining each separate invoice shall be issued to state-wise GH to ABC indicates a value pertaining to state 20,000 Haryana and 50,000 Uttar Pradesh and 30,000 Rajasthan. Examples: advertisement hoarding other than those of trains. ABC is a campaign. Shaksha Bharat has engaged in IG putting a hoarding near the airports of four metros: Delhi, Chennai, Metro, Chennai, Kolkata. And these but lease order issue, the APC to IG will have the city-wise location which break up the amount payable of such hoarding. The place of supplies and service of Union Territory of Delhi and the state of Maharashtra. Tamil Nadu and West Bengal. In this case, the amount actually paid to IG of hoarding in the each of the four metro is constitute the value attributable to the dissemination of Union Territory of Delhi, state of Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu and West Bengal respectively. A separate invoice has to be issued in state-wise, union territory-wise, and ABC indicate the value pertaining to the state or union territory. Example 5 advertisement on trains. The ABC order of KL to advertise the places of the train and Jani Sharaksha Yojana. And the length of the track of state will be vary from the train to train. Thus, the advertisement is placed on the Hazrat and Nizamuddin Bakhsta, the Gamma Yoga Express, which runs from Delhi, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Goa, and Kerala. And some ascertain the total length of the track of the Hazrat to Vasco da Gama, as well as the length of the train of each of the states and union territory from the website of metal.com. The place of supply. Place supply of the service. The place of supply of this service Union Territory of Delhi, State of Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka. Value of supply in each of the states and Union Territories attributable to dissemination of the states will be the ratio of the length of the train of each of the state and Union Territory. If the ratio of the length is 0.5.52 is to 2 is to 3 is to 1, the length should be amount paid to Kerala is 100. Kerala will be calculated on the state wise and Union Territory wise breakup of the value of service, which will be the ratio of the length of the track in the state of the Union Territory. In the given example, state-wise Union Territory breakup: Delhi 5,000, Haryana 5,000, Uttar Pradesh 20,000, Madhya Pradesh 20,000, Maharashtra 5,000, and Karnataka 30,000, Goa 10,000. Separate invoice to be issued state-wise and issue Union Territory-wise by Kerala by scale to ABC value returning to the state and union territory. Example 16. Advertisement in railway tickets. ABC has issued a release order of Yemen to display advertisement relating to Ujwal, a scheme in railway ticket, and sold them all the stations in the state of Maharashtra and Chhattisgarh. The place of supply of service is Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. The value of advertisement is attributable to two states. With the ratio of number of railway stations in each station ascertained from the railways or from the website of indianrailway.com. That assume the ratio 713 as the total bill is 9,000 rupees. The breakup of the amount of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh is 713 and the workout is 70210 respectively. And there is separate invoice be issued state wise by MNC to ABC indicate the value pertaining to that state. Example 16 advertisement on the radio station. For advertisement of Pradhan Mantri Yojana to the broadcast of FM radio station OP. The radio station is an OP Kolkata, OP Maganeshwaram, OP Patna, OP Rangchit, OP Delhi. The release order is issued by ABC to show the breakup of the amount which is paid of each of the radio station. The place of supply of services West Bengal, Odisha, Bihar, Jharkhand, Delhi. The place of supply of OP in Delhi through the radio may be physically located. That's it. A separate invoice to be issued to the state-wise and union territory at the MNC to ABC and the value pertaining to each of the state union territory. Example 62 advertisement on television channels. ABC issued a release order of QR channel for telecasting and advertisement relating to Pradhan Mantri Kaukal Vishal Yojana on the month of November 17. The first page will be telecast in the Union Territory Delhi, State of Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, and Jharkhand. The place of service in Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Jharkhand. In order to calculate the value of attributable supply in Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, and Jharkhand, Bihar, and Uttarakhand, QR to be processed to ascertain the viewership figures on the channels on the last week of September 17 from the Broadcast Audience Research Council. Let us assume 1 lakh from Delhi, 2 lakhs in region. Comparing the Uttar Pradesh Jharkhand is 1 lakh for the region, comparison Bihar and Jharkhand. Since the Broadcasting Audience Research Council clubs of Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand into one region and Bihar, Uttarakhand into another region, QR to ascertain the population figures of the Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, and Jharkhand, and the latest census. By applying the ratio of the proportion of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as ascertained to the Broadcasting Audience Research Council viewership figures on the channels for this region, the viewership figure of the Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand can be calculated. Let us assume the ratio of the population of Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand ratio is 9:1. And the ratio applied, the viewership is 2 lakhs and the region. The viewership of the Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand is 2 lakhs and 90,000 respectively. Similar manner, the break of the viewership figure from Bihar, Jharkhand can be calculated. Let us assume the ratio of the population 4:1. Then apply the viewership details of 1 lakh on this region. If the viewership figures of the Bihar and Jharkhand was 20,000, 20,000 respectively. The viewership figures of the each state works out. Delhi is 1 lakh and the student but into this 1 lakh 80,000, Uttarakhand 20,000, Bihar 80,000, Jharkhand 20,000. Ratio is 10:80:2:8:1, or 5:9:1:4:1. Simplified. Ratio can be applied when indicating the breakup of the amount pertaining to each state. This is the total amount payable by QR to ABC over 20 lakhs. In the state which breakup is 5 lakhs, 9 lakhs, 1 lakh, 4 lakhs, and 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs. Separate invoice to be issued state-wise and union territory-wise by QR to ABC. QR to ABC indicating the value pertaining to the state or the union territory. Example 63, advertisement in cinema halls. ABC commission STC for advertisement of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana's display in cinema halls at Chennai and Hyderabad. The place of supply of service is the state of Tamil Nadu and Telangana. The amount actually paid on the cinema hall or screens in the multiplex in Tamil Nadu, Telangana, as the case may be, the value of advertisement service in Tamil Nadu and respectively. Separate invoice shall be issued by state-wise, union territory-wise by the ST advertisement commission ST for to the ABC commission for the value pertaining to the stage. Advertisement on internet. ABC issues and release order of WX for campaigning over internet regarding linking Aadhaar with own bank account and mobile number. WX runs campaign over certain websites in order to ascertain the state-wise breakout of the value of the service, which reflects in the invoice issued by WX to ABC. WX first refer to Telecom Regulatory Authority of India because the quarter entered the as the indicating website which figures showed the service area wise internet subscribers. There are 22 service areas. Some were related to individual states, some 2 or more states, and some part of the one state and another competition. So these are the areas are metropolitan areas. In order to calculate the state-wise breakup, first the state-wise breakup, the number of internet subscribers are right. In the case of figures of internet subscriber, one of the other states have been clubbed, and the subscribers on each state to be arrived by applying the ratio of the respective population of the states as per the latest census. Once the actual number of subscribers of each state has been determined, and the second step of WX involves calculating a state-wise ratio of internet subscribers. Let us assume that the work of 8:1:2, so on, the Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, and so on. The third step is WX to apply the ratio of the total amount payable to works on the arrival of the value attributed stage. Separate invoice to be issued state-wise and union-wise, and WX to ABC indicate the value pertaining to state or union territory. Advertisement through SMS. In the case of telecom services, Assam, the amount attributable to telecom circle of Assam is the value of advertisement service to Assam. Telecom service of Northeast covers the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Madhya, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Manipur, Tripura. The service of the population. But the ratio of population is each of the states. The laser census will has to be determined as the ratio applied to the total number of subscribers for this telecom service. So as to arrive the state-wise figures and telecom subscribers, a separate invoice should be issued state-wise for the service provided by ABC, indicating the value pertaining to the state. ABC Commissioner UV to send short message notice to voters asking from the excise the franchise and election to be held in Maharashtra and Goa. The place of supply is the service Maharashtra and Goa. Telecom service circle Maharashtra consists of area of the state of Maharashtra excluding the cover of Mumbai, which forms the state of Goa, and calculating the number of subscribers pertaining to Maharashtra and Goa. Obtain a subscribers figures from Maharashtra circles and Mumbai circles and add them to obtain combination figures of subscribers. Obtain the figures of the population of Maharashtra and Goa from the later census and derive the ratio of these two population. Ratio will be have the applied by the combining figures of subscribers so as to arrive the separate figures of subscribers pertaining to Maharashtra and Goa. The ratio of the subscribers from applied to the amount applied payable for the short message service in Maharashtra circle and Mumbai circle will have breakup of the amount pertaining to Maharashtra and Goa. Separate invoice will have the invoice state-wise to UV, ABC indicate and the value to state. The telecom cycle of Andhra Pradesh consists of the area of the surface of Andhra Pradesh, telecom area of union territory of Pondicherry subscribed attributed to Telangana, Yanam, which have been excluded for calculated subscriber pertaining to Andhra Pradesh. The place of supply of service where location of supplier or location of recipient is outside India, section 13. Statutory provision. Section 13 place of supply of service where location of supplier, location of participant is outside India. The provision of section shall apply to the determine the place of supply of services, the location of the supplier of service, the location of the recipient of service outside India. The place of supply of service exempt the service specified in section 13 to 13 3 to 13 shall be the location of the recipient of service, provided the location of the recipient of service is not available in the ordinary course of business. The place of supply shall be location of the supplier of supply service. Grocery. The place of supply is the following sales shall be the location where supply services actually performed, namely services for the services supplied in respect of the goods which are required to be made physical available by the recipient services or supplier of service or the person acting on behalf of the supplier of service on or order to provide services. Provided that when such services are provided from a remote location by way of electronic means, the place of supply shall be location of the goods or certificate at the time of supply of services. Provided further the nothing contained in the clause shall apply in the case of services supplied in respect of the goods which are temporarily imported into India for the repair and for any treatment of process or are exported after the repair and treatment of process without being put into use in India other than which is required to be repairs in India. The service applied to an individual representing either as a recipient of services of India acting on behalf of the recipient, which requires a physical presence of the recipient, or a person acting on behalf of the supplier of the supply of services. In the place of supply of service provided applied directly is a attribute is a result of an immovable property, including service. Supplied in regard of the export and real estate agent. The supply is accomplished by the hotel, in guest house, club, and campsite, whether the name called grant user right of immovable property, service for carrying out a coordination of construction work, including the architect or interior decorators, and shall be placed where the immovable property is clearly intended to be located. The place of supply of service is supplied by way of admission to organization of cultural, artistic, sporting, scientific, educational, entertainment events, or a celebration of conference or fair exhibition, similar events, or the supply of activities for admission organization shall be placed where the event is actually held. The other services refer to subsection 3, section 4, section 5 supply more than one location, including location of taxable territory. A place of supply shall be taxable or location of a taxable territory. The service referred to section 3, section 4, subsection 5 is supplied more than one state or even territory. A place of supply more than um, shall be taken in each of this respective unitary, that is value of supplies between each state or unitary shall be promotion of the value of services separately collected or determined in terms of contract agreement. or a service referred to Section 3, Section 4, Section 5 supplied more than one state or union territory. The place of supply of service shall be taken as each of the respective state or union territory, and the value of the supply is specified in each state union territory shall be proportionate to the value of service, separately collected or determined in the terms of contract agreement into the regard of the absence of this contract agreement on other basis as may be prescribed. The place of supply of the following service shall be a location of the supplier of service, namely a supplier of service supplied by a banking company or a financial institution or a non-banking financial company to an account holder. Intermediate service consisting of higher means of transport, including yachts but excluding aircraft or vessel, up to the period of 1 month. For the purpose of subsection expression, account means account bearing interest in the deposit, including non-resident external account or non-resident ordinary account. Banking company shall have the same meaning assigned to the Clause A of the Section 54 of Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. Financial institution shall have the same meaning assigned to the Clause C of Section 45I of Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. Non-banking financial company means a financial institution which is a company. Non-banking institution which is a company which has been a principal business of receiving deposit under the schemes or arranged and under a scheme arrangement if any other manner lending of that manner. Other than non-banking institutions, a class of institutions, the Reserve Bank of India may, with the previous approval of central government, are notified in the official gazette. The place of supply in respect of the passenger transportation services shall be placed where the passenger embarks on the conveyance of continuous party in his journey. The place of supply or services provided on the board of conveyance during the course of passenger transport operation, including service intended to be whole or substantially consumed while on the board, shall be the first scheduled point and departure of the conveyance of the journey. The base of supply of online information and database access of the retrieval service shall be location of recipient of services. The place of supply of online information database access or retrieval service shall be location of the recipient of service. For explain for purpose of subsection, person retrieving and receiving some service shall be deemed to be location of the taxable territory if any two of the following non-contrary conditions satisfy, namely location of the address presented by the recipient of service through internet and taxable person, credit card, debit card, or store value card, or other card, or smart card, or any other card by way of recipient of service settles payment has been issued in the taxable territory. The business addresses to the recipient of service in the taxable territory. The internet protocol addresses of the advice used by the recipient of service is in the taxable territory. The bank of the recipient of the services in which the amount used for the payment is maintained in the taxable territory. The country code of subscribers and identity model or the card used for recipient of services is a voice of a taxable territory. And the location of the fixed land through which the service is received by the recipient and taxable territory in order to prevent double taxation of non-taxation of supply of services. Uniform application of the rules, and government shall be in the power to notify the description of services and circumstances in which place of supply shall be place of effective use and enjoyment of services. Analysis data applicability of section 13 supply of service recipient provider place of supply service provider a service recipient. Section 13 provides determining place of supply service in the case where either the location of the supply or service or the recipient of service outside India. Through the section provided the place of supply in relation to the international cross-border supply of services. The place of supply of service is not the factor which communicates as where the service has been deemed to be imported or exported of services. Similar to Section 12, Section 13 also laid down the default provision determining the place of supply of service, as well as a few other provisions to determine the place or supply of certain specific services. This place of supply is determined as per the default provision respect of the service, other than ones covered by the specific provision. Further, subsection 13 or section 13 to involve central government to notify services and circumstances in the place of supply with the place or effective use of enjoyment of service so that to prevent double taxation or non-taxation of a supply or services. It may be kept in mind the provision of section 13 discussed here and there on all the relation to the cross-border or supply of services. Default provision section 13.2. The default provision is applicable only if a supply of service does not fall into any other specific cases. Provision section 13. The provision provides that the place of supply service is the location of the recipient of service. However, if the location of the recipient of service is not available in the ordinary course of business, the place of supply is the location of the supplier of service. The provision of summarize under the nature of supply, place of supply, location of the recipient is available, location of recipient is not available. The supply of service other than one specified in the class 13 to 13 of section 13. Location of the recipient of service. Location of the recipient is not available. Location of the supplier of service. A principal exception to the above default provisions relating to the place of supply of cross-border service or performance-based services, service directly in relation to immovable property, admission to or organization of events or celebration, etc. Goods and service. Service supplied by a banking company, financial institution, non-banking companies, NBFC and account holders. Intermediate services, hiring means of transport other than aircraft, vessels, except yachts. So yet up to the month of 1 month. Passenger transport services. Service on the board of conveyance during the course of passenger transport service. Online information database access and retrieval service. There is a place of supply of each above exemption is discussed below. Performance-based services and nature of supply basically. Service required physical presence of a goods and which service to be performed. Location where service is performed. Exemption service supplied in respect of goods that are temporarily imported into India for the repairs or for any other treatment or process and to exported after such a repair treatment or a process without being put out any other use India. So location of the recipient outside location of the supplier if this location of the recipient is available in India. Service supplied in respect of goods that are provided from the remote location of the electronic means location where the goods are situated at the time of supply of service supply service separated by individual it's required a physical presence of the separate location where the service is actually performed. Services at 1 and 2 were supplied at more than one location including location of the taxable territory location of the taxable territory. Services in 1 2 supplied more than one state a unit each of the state and unitary. In the case of cutting and polishing activities and polishing diamonds which are temporarily imported into India and are not put into use in India, the place of supply would be determined as per the provision contained section 13 to circular 1022 2019 GST 28 619. Yamax Private Limited imports machine from Germany being installed in the factory at New Delhi. To install such machinery, Yamax will take service of the engineer who comes to India from Germany for the specific installation. The place of the supply installation is required to physical presence of machinery. The location where service is actually performed New Delhi. A mobile company located in United States, America takes services of the United software company located in Bangalore for the installation of software mobiles in US. The Indian software company provides a service to electronic means from its office in India. The place of application of the goods is a dividend time of supply is USA export of service. ABC Limited Hyderabad export a machine to a company in Indonesia. The machine stopped functioning at which import of ABC Limited a three for three repairs in terms of sale contract. The machine is exported from the repair without being put into use. The place of supply of the repair service location of the recipient that is Indonesia. QR Private Limited imported raw diamond from diamond merchant in Belgium for the purpose of cutting, polishing, and finishing same. After the work is completed, the finished diamond is exported to the diamond merchant in Belgium. The place of supply is services is undertaken by the Vietnam to location of the Belgium. Export of service. Mr. X, a hairstyle, is registered in New Delhi, travels to Singapore to provide service to Mr. Y, the Singapore export of service. The place of supply location of service actually performed Singapore. PQR consultant, Mr. Delhi bags a contract of doing a market research for vehicle manufacturing companies based in South Korea in respect of its upcoming war model. Research we carried out in 5 countries, including New Delhi, India. Since the supplies are supplied more than one location, include location taxable territory. The place of supply is a location of taxable territory. Value of supply of service supplied in more than one state and unity. Value of supply of service supplied in respect of goods required physical presence of such goods are individual acquiring the physical presence in such state and unity. The place the services performs where the state is supplied more than one state is for proportional value of service deemed to be the contract agreement entered. A manner of determining proportional value of service in the absence of contract and agreement. In the absence of contract agreement between supplier and recipient of service, the proportional value of services supplied in different state and unit territory where the supply services performed is computed in accordance with Rule 7 IGST rules in the following manner. Serial number case manner of computing a proportional value of service supplied on the same goods equally dividing the value of services in each of the state union territory services performed. Service applied on different goods, considering the ratio of the invoice of the goods in each state, creating value of service state and unit which is one service applied on the same goods, different goods, considering the value of invoice value of goods in each state, the unit on which service is performed, the ratio of the value of service performed on each state unit territory. Service applied to individual applying generally accepted accounting principle. Service applied to same goods. Our company C, which located in Calcutta, is providing service to in testing of de-rigging machine, de-rigging machines and testing service on the machine carried out in Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. Place of supply is Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. The value of the service is Odisha and Andhra Pradesh is ascertained by dividing the value of the service equally between two states. Example 76 service supplied on different goods. A company C is located in Delhi is providing services in the service of two cars belonging to Mr. X. The one car is manufactured J and located in Delhi and the service by Delhi in the workshop. The other car is manufactured of E located in Gurugram and serviced by the Gurugram workshop. The value of service attribute to Union Territory of Delhi and same of Haryana respectively shall be calculated applying the ratio of the invoice car of J and invoice value of B, the total value of services. Mr. 77 service applied to individual makeup artist. M has to provide makeup services to an actor. A is shooting of some scene in Mumbai and some scene in Goa. M is providing a makeup service in Mumbai and Goa. Service they provide is proportional. M in Goa the value of service in Maharashtra and Rajasthan. Applying general accepted accounting principle. Service in relation to immobile property section 13 for nature of services place of supply. Nature of supply like the service supply directly in relation to immovable property like service of export or real estate agent, accommodation by house in guest house, club and campsite, grant of right to use more property, construction and related services of architects or interior decorators, DCORATORs. The location of immovable property is located intended to be located. Above service applied but more than one location, including location of taxable territory, location of the taxable territory. Above service applied more than one state union location of state and each state union territory. Mr. C is an architect in Delhi, provides a professional service reside in Newark in relation to the immobile property in Pune. The place of supply of location of mobile property is Pune. Mr. C is an architect in Delhi, entered into contract with Mr. in New York to provide professional service except in respect of mobile property is located in Pune and New York. Since the mobile property is located in more than one location, including location taxable territory, places of location has taxable territory Pune. Manner of determination of Value of supply of service supplied in more than one state and territory. The value of service applied directly in relation to immovable property each state unit where the service is supplied. When such supplies is supplied more than one state unit is proportional to the value of service determined in terms of contract agreement entered into this regard. Manner to determine proportional value of service in the absence of contract agreement. In the absence of contract agreement between supplier and ascertain the services that proportionate value of service are supplied in the different state and unit territory where the supply is service supply is computed in accordance with the Rule 8 of IGST rule. Rule 8 lays down the absence of any other contract agreement, the value determined by applying the provision of Rule 4 of said rule monitors. As the provision determine the proportional value of services provided directly in relation to immovable property under section 212(3). Both the supplier recipient located in India as applicable for determining proportionate value of service directly provided in relation to the immovable property under section 13 either in supply accredited India as per rule as applicable for determining the proportionate value of service directly provided in relation to the immovable property under section 13 or either is supply of recipient located outside India as well as rule 3(4) prescribing the provision determining the proportionate value of service provided directly in relation to the immovable property under section 30(3) discussed earlier in the chapter. Service by way of admission or to organization of event celebration section 13(5). Nature of supply, place of supply, service, respective way of admission to an organization, function, culture, artistic, sports, scientific, education, entertainment, event, celebration, conference, fair, exhibition, place where the event held. Services auxiliary to admission or organization event. Other services supplied at more than one location, including location in the taxable territory. Location in the taxable territory. Above services supplied more than one union territory, each of the union territory. A circus team of Russia organizes circus in New Delhi. The place of supply location of the event held in New Delhi. The event managing company registered in New Delhi organizes an art exhibition displaying the work of an intermediate painter based in Dubai. The exhibition is organized for 3 countries in Mumbai, New Delhi, and India. Since the supply is more than one location, including the location of taxable territory, the place of supply is the location of taxable territory in New Delhi. The manner of determining value of supply for the services supplied more than one unit. The value of services supplied by way of admission to an organization of an event in each state unity. The service is supplied when the service is supplied more than one state unity is proportionate to the value of service determine the terms of the contract or agreement enter into that regard. Manner of determining proportionate value of service in absence of contract agreement. In absence of contract agreement between supplier and recipient of service, the proportion value of services supplied in different state, union territory where the service supplied and compute the accordance with the Rule 9 of IGST rules. The Rule 9 lays down the absence of any other contract arrangement. The value of determined by applying the provision of Rule 5 set rules mutatis mutandis. And this provision determining the proportionate value of service supplied by way of organization of the event under section 12(7). Both the supplier and recipient is located in India is applicable for determining the proportionate value of services supplied by way of admission to or organization of the event under section 13(5). Either a supplier or a recipient is location outside India as well. Rule 5 prescribing the provision determining the proportionate value of service supplied by way of organization or event under section 12(7) discussed earlier in the chapter. Banking and financial service, intermediate service, and hiring means of transporting service. Nature of supply, place of supply. The service supplied by a banking company or a financial institution, non-banking financial company to the account holders. See definition of the terms, explanation in the class 8. Location of the supply service, intermediate services, service supplied by the hiring a means of transportation, including yachts by executing aircraft vessels over a period of 1 month. Location of the supplier of services. Location of supplier of service இங்கே இருக்கும் அவங்க தான் and the service provided by intermediate when location both supplier recipient is outside the taxable territory exempt from GST. It's a GS 9 2017. Which is a non-resident NR in account of Varakshi Bank, Uttar Pradesh. India, the place of supply is a banking service provided by the Varaki Bangsi, non-resident customer. Location of supply is Varanasi. Exemption is subject to conditions specified in Notification 9 2017 dated 28 6 2017 and we discussed in the chapter earlier. XY is at Sanscom of Kolkata, an agent of who facilitate the supply of goods between foreign consumers, Indian sellers. The place of the supply of intermediate services to be location of the supplier in Kolkata. Mr. T, an registered person based in New Delhi, hires an yacht from a company based on London, UK, from 20 days, and the place of supply is location of the supplier in London. The transportation service section, subsection 10, 11 of CGS section 13. Nature of supply, place of supply. Passenger transport services, a place where the passenger embarks and conveyance, place of supply, nature of supply, place of supply, place where the passenger embarks or conveyance of the continuous journey. இங்க ஆரம்பிச்சாங்களாங்க. Nature of supply service provided on the board of conveyance during the passenger transportation, including service intention to be wholly or substantially consumed on whole board. First scheduled point of departure, ஆரம்பிக்கிறது, the conveyance of journey. The place of supply of the supply of service of transportation of goods, where the location of the supplier or location of the recipient is outside India will be covered by the default provision of Section 32 discussed. Mr. A, a foreign tourist has booked a ticket in New Delhi, Sri Lanka, flight from the airlines registered in New Delhi for a continuous journey without any proper. The supply service airlines is place where the passenger embarks conveyance condition in New Delhi. Online information and database access or retrieval service OIDAR service or section 13.2. The supply place of supply of OIDAR is a location of recipient service. It is difficult to determine the location of the recipient case of OIDAR as the recipient is a normal access of services online and may not require to disclose a location. The explanation of section 12 lays down 7 conditions online on satisfying two non-contradictory conditions out of the 7 conditions. The service recipient is deemed to be location of the taxable territory in India. 7th condition: a recipient gives an Indian address through Internet India. Payment is settled by the Indian credit card and debit card, other card India. The recipient has an Indian billing address India. The computer other device used by the recipient has an Indian IP address India. The recipient uses an Indian bank account for payment India. The country code of the subscriber identity module card used by the recipient of service outside of the India. Recipient receives the service through Indian fixed landline India. The notified service section 13.3. Now, in order to prevent the double taxation, non-taxation supply of any service, section 13.3 empowers government to notify any service by which the place of supply shall be place of effective use of enjoyment of service. The following service has been notified in the regard: research and development services related to pharmaceutical sector. The following research and development service related to pharmaceutical sector are specified in the column 2, 3 or 1 2 table below. When supplied by a person location in taxable territory to a person location in a non-taxable territory person has been notified a service by which a place of supply shall be place of effective use of enjoyment of service and specified in corresponding entry of column 4 of the table given below. Yes, so nature of supply, integrated discovery and deployment, and general description of supply and place of supply. Integrated discovery and development. The process involves discovering and development of molecules by pharmaceutical sector for medical use. The steps include designing of compound, evaluating the drug metabolism, biological activity of manufacture of targeted compound, stabilizing the study and long-term toxicology impact. Integrated development and place of supply. When the research and development service relating to the pharmaceutical supply is specified in the column 2, 3 of serial number 1 to 10, taxable person by the place located, taxable territory, the person located in the non-taxable territory, person located in non-taxable territory. Evaluation of the efficiency of the new chemical in the vivat research in the many within the animal and involves development of customized animal model disease and administrate the novel chemical closest to animals to evaluate the gene and protein expression and purpose to the disease. And nutshell, this process tries to discover the novel chemical entity that can reduce and modify the severity of disease and novel chemicals supplied in the service or recipient location non-taxable biological animals model diseases. So in this case, In territory, a place of supply shall be located of recipient of service subject to fulfillment of the following conditions. Supply of service from a taxable territory provided as per the contract between a service provider located in non-taxable territory and service recipient located in non-taxable territory. Such supplies are fulfill other conditions. And the evolution of biological activities of novel chemical biological entities into vitro assay. It is in vitro research is outside the animal and assay first developed and then as a novel chemical is supplied by the service recipient located non-taxability evaluate the assay and again so optimized awesome drug metabolism and pharmacokinetics of new chemical entities. In the process involves an investigation whether new compound synthesis and supplier can be developed as a new drug to treat the human diseases, respect of the solidification, stability, blood for body fluidity, stability of liver tissue, and toxic effect on body tissues, and promising components are further evaluated in the animal experiment of rat and mice such as a place of service fulfill other conditions. The definition of export of service examine the condition of the place of supply of outside India. Safety assignment of toxicology survey. Safety assignment includes evaluation of new chemical entities and laboratory research animal models to support the fulfilling the investigation of new drug and new drug application. Toxicology team analyze the potential toxicology drugs and enables a fast and effective drug development. Stability studies. Stability studies are directed to support of formulation development, safety, efficiency of new drug. It is also to ascertain the quality of the shelf life of drug in the intended packing and configuration.